We are heading into the off season for heating and air. During the recording of this video, we are rounding out the end of summer and we're about to start the beginning of fall. And that's during the recording of this. We've still got to edit it and all that, so I'm not sure exactly when this video is going to hit and exactly when you're going to watch it. But we're coming up on the fall, autumn. And why does that matter? Maybe you just had to put some money into your heating and air system this past summer. It was hot, you were running it a lot, your electric bills were affected, and you might be saying to me, Josh, this is the time of year I don't think about my heating and air. And this video, I want to argue that this is the best time of the entire year you should be thinking about your heating and air system and maybe investing in your heating and air system. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I think that. So let's dive into it. Number 1, in the off season, when companies are not busy, when they are not running around like chickens with their heads cut off, when they're not having to knock out multiple calls a day, companies will actually adjust their pricing. Now, not all companies, but at least some companies I have heard of, companies will adjust their pricing based on how busy they are. And I've actually had people comment on our videos where they'll say, well, Josh, that's just supply and demand. And I would argue that that's not exactly what supply and demand is, but I understand what they're saying, that if they're really busy, they can raise their prices because they're going to stay busy regardless. And when they're not busy, they're going to lower their prices, I guess, to try to get more business or something. But I'm not going to get into a whole class on what exactly supply and demand is. That's not the point of this video. The point is, you should know as a customer, as a homeowner, that companies do adjust their pricing based on how busy they are. At least some of them do. And so if they're not going to be busy, if it's the end of summer, it's not quite winter, and it's not that hot or cold outside, maybe, just maybe, they've adjusted their pricing where now if you were thinking about investing in something, maybe replacing your system or getting that price on replacing some ductwork or getting a duct cleaning or whatever you were thinking about doing, now might be the time to do it. And now watch, before we get to number 2, watch down in the comment section. Somebody's going to comment and tell me how much I don't know about what supply and demand is. It happens every time. But let's move on. Number 2, companies, because they're not busy, because they're trying to keep their employees more busy and such, they may take more time. They may take the time to do things that they wouldn't in the summer. If they are super busy and they've got to get to the next call and they've got your air conditioning running, maybe they're not going to stop and take the time to properly go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. But maybe now that it's the off season, maybe they will. Now, if you're going to invest in something, if you're going to have something done to that system, maybe they'll just stop and they'll do things right. They don't have anywhere else to be, so they're going to do it correctly. And that plays right into number 3, which is some companies, because they're not busy and because they're adjusting their pricing, some companies will even have specials running. Coupons, deals, sales, whatever you want to call it, rebates, things that you can take advantage of. We have a company that's not really local to my exact town, but they're a couple cities over. They're right here in Virginia, and it seems like every year in their off season, they'll run these sales like free furnace if you buy an air conditioning system from us, things like that. They're not running those sales when they're super busy, and that might be something you can look at. Maybe they're running something, maybe they're offering something that when you got that free estimate back in June, maybe now that it's September, October, November, you can get a better deal or get that special. Number 4, yeah, it's the off season, but winter is coming. Nice reference to Game of Thrones to anybody that loves that show. One of my favorite shows out there. But winter is coming, and just because it's the off season, why wait till winter? The summer is ending for you. Why wait till it gets super cold to make that investment? Now that it's off season, let's go ahead and get that maintenance done, your fall tune-up. Let's make sure everything's okay. Let's go ahead and test that heat. Go ahead and turn those heat strips on if you have backup heat strips. Or if you've got some sort of furnace, go ahead and kick that thing on. Make sure it's going to blow hot before it's too late. Winter is coming. And then finally, number 5, maybe it doesn't matter what time it is. Maybe it doesn't matter that it's the off season. Maybe you kind of got through the summer, but there's something that you've been needing to get done anyway. There's something that you've been putting off, and maybe now you should just go ahead and get that done. It doesn't matter that it's the off season. Maybe there's something that you should have been spending money on or getting straight all along, and now it's time to do it. Don't wait any longer. So anyway, that's my big 5. I'm sure I missed something. Maybe there's something you take care of every fall. We'd love to hear about that. Comment down below. If you like this video, I think you'll like this one even more. It's where I talk about if you have mold in your ductwork and what you should do. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.